CSStutor.pk is Pakistan's first online learning website for CSS students. It is an online academy where aspiring civil service students can create an account and can gain access to videos, notes, news, and more in order to prepare for the CSS exam. A common question that bothers a lot of CSS students is, when should they start preparing for the CSS exam? To answer this question, we will need to understand the CSS exam and how it works, and whether or not you can do it in a particular period of time. The CSS exam has 4 parts. The first part is the written part and is the most difficult part. Once a student clears this, he or she moves on to the next part of the examination, which is the medical, then the psychological assessment, and lastly Viva, which is the interview bit of the exam. In this slide, we will discuss the importance of the English language for the written part of the CSS exam. All questions in the compulsory subjects of the exam are supposed to be answered in English. Below is a list of compulsory subjects. English essay needs to be answered in English, English Pressy and composition needs to be answered in English, general science and ability, current affairs, Pakistan affairs, all these exams need to be answered in English. The Islamic Studies exam gives you the option to choose between answering the question paper in English or Urdu. All questions in the optional subjects of the exam are supposed to be answered in English as well, except for the language subjects. The language optional subjects are to be answered in their respective languages. Below is a list of some of the optional subjects. You guys can go through these below or in the syllabus. In this slide, we will discuss the time needed to study for the CSS exam. If your English writing and reading skills are very weak, you will need 2 to 3 years of study. If your English writing and reading skills are weak, you will need 1.5 to 2 years, and if it's strong, then you will need 1 year of study. We will now discuss on how to list down your subjects which are your strengths and weaknesses. You can make a table like the one shown in the video and list down your strengths and weaknesses so that you know what subjects you need to focus on more than others. Once you know your strengths and weaknesses, you need to devise a study plan. The study plan needs to give time to subjects that are your weaknesses. This image is just an example of what a study plan looks like. It is like a timetable that you will create and stick to. It is important to stick to this timetable. Making it is not enough. It is a timetable that you will create and stick to. You need to implement it in your life. When you make a schedule for the entire day, not only will you manage your time, but you will also train your brain for the CSS exams. Thank you for watching. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel to receive updates every time we upload a free video. We have premium content that students can purchase. Our student members get access to online courses, past papers, important news, and more.